Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
There's a new way to move in Grenada. Ride Go. Ride Go is here. Ride Go. Where do you want to go?
Yeah. Where do you want to go? That's the question. Welcome to Ride Along Live. Welcome to Monday on the Ride. Hey! Yeah, man. Welcome to Monday on the Ride. How you guys doing? What's up? What's the vibe? What are you guys up to? Lydia, how are you doing, my friend? Rhonda Spencer, all the way from Rhonda Spencer, Tom. Guyana in the building. GT, what's it? Nice. Yes, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Good night to you, Reginald Amadi. How are you doing? Welcome to the ride on a Monday. You know, did I ever tell you guys that Monday just happened to be one of my favorite day of the week? Absolutely, hands down, Monday. Monday. You see, if you don't come with energy on Monday, forget it for the rest of the week. Monday is the day. All right? Nice. Marilyn Chase Hood, how are you? Can't say that too fast. I bet you got in trouble. I'm not going to pick on you today, Marilyn. How you doing, Marilyn? Have a great day, Marilyn Chasewood. Natasha Charles, Wago, good evening to you. Yes, yes, nice. All right, guys, what I want you guys to do right now, I want you to share the program on your page. And when you share it, I want you to click the @follow button, right? So the @follow button, or the @follow would ensure that everyone that follows you get a notification, because it is a very interesting program, an interesting conversation, because we're going to talk about something that really been stuck in the craw of a lot of New York based calypsonians over the past year or so, right? They have been contacting me within the year because they had an issue last year. And the question might come like, why are they talking about it now? If it happened last year, why the hell are they talking about it now? Why is the situation for money? What money are they talking about? Who owe them money? Why they owe them money? Why they ain't get paid? All of those stuff, yeah, we're going to talk about that today. The New York-based calypsonians, they are pissed off. Yeah, they are pissed off. And they represented today a few of the New York-based artists is represented today, and they're going to be chatting with us shortly. Hold on. Shortly. Give them a little bit. Yeah, guys, I was saying, you know, you might be asking, I know some of you guys read the post, and the question was, why? Why is this talk about money? Who owe them the money and why they're not getting paid, right? So let me kind of summarize it for you as far as I understood it, right? Because I think that everyone has a story to tell, and I'm sure that the folks who in question that may or may not owe the Calypsonians money, they may have a different side of the story. But, you know, right here and Right Along Live, we give everyone the opportunity to respond, to come on, to share their story. That's what we do, right? So over the year, hey, Lydia, thank you so much. Over the year, guys, as I said, I got communication from a number of New York-based artists and some even local-based Grenadian artists who traveled to the United States to take part in the Independence Calypso competition that was held in New York last year. So over the year, they were saying that they was dissatisfied because at the end of the whole competition, which was a competition, there was winners and people who won would of course get more money than who placed lower down, and you know how we go in competition. But they said after the competition finished, they realized that what was promised to them was not forthcoming. They was promised X amount, and they're saying that some people got, but some people didn't get. Why was there a problem issue in the payments? And were they updated? Did they know? Did they give them a time frame, a time span as to when that money would be paid? So this is the promise. This was the promise. Let me play back the promise, and then we'll talk to some of the artists. Let me see if I could put up the clip right here. This is a clip. All right, let me see if I can put it up right here. Put up my guest for a quick second. There we go. All right, cool. So this is the promise. So this is the announcement of the promise right here. Take a listen what the New York-based artist was promised in the last year's competition. Listen to it.
All right, good night. Good night to everyone. My name is Michael Lane. I always like to stay behind the team, but unfortunately, I'm out there right now. So we have a special tonight. This is on me, that everything I'm involved in is always 100% success. I know that most of you guys don't know me. I've been here for a very long time. I'm a very successful businessman, and I keep on doing exactly what I'm doing. This is my first time attending a Grenada Calypso competition. We have a special announcement to make tonight. Ladies, on the pool table, we have a special announcement tonight. In the year 2025, if every single calypsonian sign up to take part in the show next year, we are going to increase the price, every single price, from the cost of filling by 100%. Sorry. By 150%. If one person who take part in 2024 stay off, then we're going to go back to 100%. So which means that in 2025, I'm going to make sure that this happens, that we're going to increase the prices from the first to the last price by 100%. So whatever you guys get tonight, expect it in 2025, it's going to be double. And you guys have my back, and it is going to happen. Thank you, Quaco. Thank you, Cheryl. And thank you, Pet. And thank you, everyone else, for taking part in the competition. So, the night of the show, I am not a judge. This is my first time ever attending a calypso show. Never in Grenada. I've been here since 1997. Never ever attended, but that was one of the best times. I was in the front. That was one of the best times. But my pick for the night was Dingo, Quaco, and Cheryl, and Pet. But you know, I'm not a judge. I'm just a regular guy.
Right. So that in part was the promise that if all these artists took part in competition, the prize money would be 150% what it should have been. And that's what happened. They participated. We had artists that came from Grenada to participate, and artists that travel, and some instances paid their own funds to participate because the prize money was supposed to be 150% like increase, right? So joining us right now is Pet, it's Jeremiah, to explain to us what transpired after this. Pet, could you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, good. Welcome to the ride, Pet. How are you doing today?
I am good. I am awesome.
Right. Okay. So help us understand this, right? Because I know it was something that was being spoken about for the whole year, and we're just trying to just getting to understand what really happened. So take us back a bit. What happened? What was the promise and what transpired?
Well, the promise is exactly what you just heard from Mr. Bain, who is one of the sponsors for the show. We were promised that if all the artists who participated in the 50th anniversary Calypso competition comes back, that there would be an increase in the price. First, he said it would be 100%, then he said 150%, and he said if anybody was to stay off, then it's going to go back to 100%. Of course, the day of the show, well, before that, we all stuck to showing up to practice on time. Some had to work. Many of us, changed our time so that we can accommodate everybody.
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Pet. I'm not sure if it's my connection, but yeah. Hold on. It could be my connection. Let me just make sure that the folks are hearing you fine. Pet, if you don't mind, Pet, just go back out and come back in because the connection just kind of noisy on my end. Just go back out and come back in, and let's see if that resolves the issue with your audio, guys. Yeah, guys. So let me have Pet recycle her system. Just go back out and come back in, and then we'll hear because for some reason she started to song distorted in my ear. I'm not sure if that's the same how you was hearing it. But as far as what Pet, just go back out and come back in. Let me assist you further. All right, yeah, so she's gonna come back in. So what the artist is saying that as we played in the clip, right? The promise was that they would be paid. The prize money would be doubled. In essence, it would be increased, right, from what it was the last time, right? And they did what they had to do. They came out and they participated as was promised. Let me see if I could get Pet back in. Pet, are you there? Hold on. Let's go again, Pet. Go ahead. You might be muted. Try to unmute. Yeah, I'm not hearing you, not at all. Yeah, your audio is not coming through. You say that you're mute. Hold on, let me see if you're mute on my end. Try again. You're mute. There's a mute button somewhere. I don't know if you've seen it, but you say that your audio is mute. Look on the setting right there, on the mic setting.
I think we're good now.
All right, we're good now. We're good to go
Yeah,
now.
we're
All
good
right.
now. Yeah, we're good
All
now.
right.
Yes,
Pet, start.
so as I said, we the artists, we upheld our end of the bargain. We didn't have a written contract. It was a word of mouth. And it is always word of mouth. I mean, unless you're doing a different performance, you have a contract with a promoter. But we, the artists, we held up our end of the bargain by showing up for rehearsals and also on the day of the show. We all showed up, right? We all participated. And at the while one of the guest artists was performing, the then sponsor came to me and he said, "Oh, Pet, I just want to let you know that I'm going to ensure that all the artists get paid. And please don't take to social media to say anything negative about the show." So I said, "Well, I don't have any reason to, and I'm not that kind of person." This is what I said to him. But it's been a year, and I upheld my end of the bargain by practicing, by being on the show, and waiting patiently to be paid. And some artists got paid, and some of us didn't get paid. And there was not much communication. I started reaching out to Mr. Bain in November. I called him on several occasions. A matter of fact, I did show up at his one of his workplace. He wasn't there. I left him a message, and there was no correspondence within that time. I sent him several voice notes. He never responded. He did respond one day and he said, any correspondence, please refer to Lion. And I said to him, I've already done that. He said he's very busy now. He's going to contact Lion and then let Lion deal whatever it is. But we are still waiting.
Right.
He
Okay.
never upheld his end of the bargain.
Right. So I have a few questions where that is concerned.
Hmm.
So when Mr. Bain made the presentation and he spoke about how this thing is going to be increased by 150%, right?
Hmm.
150% of what? Like what was
The
it before?
prize money. The
Right. I
prize
know.
money.
What was it
Yes.
before, and what was the expectation that it would have been now?
Okay, I can't remember that now. But the I think the winner would have received, I think was supposed to be receiving $5,000. So I think it would have been 5, 3, 2, and then I think $1,500. So guess the parents. I think the first three was gonna receive, yes. So it was 5,000, 3,000, then 2,000, and then everybody else from four go down would be receiving $1,500.
Okay, that
If
was
my memory serves me right, yes.
right. So that $5,000 would have been 150%
So that would have been an increase from from
from
um
from
from
last.
2024 from 2024.
Right. Okay. So that was said. Again, the artist didn't have a contract.
No.
Was Mr. Bain the promoter? Was he pushed as someone that a
Well,
part?
as far as I can tell, he was not really the promoter, but he was the sponsor or
Right.
one of the sponsors. Yes.
Right. Right. Okay. So okay, he was a part of the sponsorship. Now the event promoter. Do
Hmm.
you have any agreement as the event from the event promoter perspective that says that okay, we are going to guarantee, because of course you have the sponsor who should
Hmm.
pay this
Hmm.
money, and then you have the event promoter who basically put on the show. His interest
Hmm.
is to bring the show and
Yes.
make sure people have a good time, and he hoping and praying that he get everything together, that everyone get paid, and that's why he got
Yes.
a sponsor. Now Mr. Bain was not a part of the sponsorship, but you're saying he was the promoter. Did they have any
No, Mr. Bain was the
sponsor? Right.
sponsor. Hmm.
Okay. Were there any agreement between the artist and the promoter now of the event?
Just that I'm going to make sure that you all get paid on the promoter's end.
Right. So the promoter basically said, "Don't worry, things are fine. You are going to
Yes.
get paid." Right.
Yes.
Okay. At what point in the show you said that he came to you and he said, "Don't let this go to social media"? Why would he think that you would go to social
Good,
media?
good question. And that was literally while one of the guest artists was performing. I was on my way to get some food and a drink at the bar, and he stopped me. Mr.
Right.
Bain stopped me and he said, "Oh, Pet, good performance. I'm going to make sure that all the artists get paid. I'm going to ensure that all the artists get paid, and please don't go to social media to say anything negative about the show." Which was quite interesting, and which didn't make sense to me why he made that comment, but that's what he said. I can only repeat what he said. I don't think I'm the only artist he would have said that to.
Was the event successful?
Well, to be quite honest with you, successful or not, you will think that any show that any promoter is putting on, they will have artist monies set aside. I don't think you're waiting on the dividends from the show to pay the artists. Unfortunately, on the day, the show was not the attendance was not as the 50th anniversary, and I strongly believe that it was because of the snowstorm. If you remember, there was a snowstorm that Sunday. So I want to believe that some people stayed home and did not attend the show because of the snowstorm. Because I had family who was coming from Connecticut, and because of the snowstorm, they decided, to not drive from Connecticut to Brooklyn. So I am assuming that the attendance was not great because of that. Either
Right.
way, you will think that if you're putting on a show and you have artists on board, you are going to have their money set aside to pay them.
Right. Were there any conversation between yourself, the main sponsor, or the event promoter that said, okay, monies would be available a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, a year after the.
So a few days after the show, we had a brief meeting, a brief Zoom meeting with the promoter, and he stated that the show did not make any money, so only the artists who came from Grenada will be receiving the $1,500 appearance fee.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
That was the promoter.
That's Lion.
That was Lion, yes.
Okay.
So and that was maybe the Monday or the Tuesday after the show. We had a meeting, a Zoom meeting, and he said that because the show was not as successful as they were expecting, that they will have to go back on their word and only pay the artists who came from Grenada the $1,500, meaning a parent's fee that was promised. I honestly don't remember if he said that the prize money itself, meaning the first, second, and third place, would have been split. That I don't remember, but I clearly remember him saying that the $1,500 that was promised as a parent's fee from 4th down to 11, 12, we will have to not give the artists that.
Interesting. We have Gloria Jones on the live the artist performance there as well. She's saying that the fee was $500 in 2023 and it was increased to $1,500 in 2025. Was that accurate in terms of what your understanding was?
Would have been, could have been, because I placed third in 2024, so I would have gotten much more than $500.
Okay.
Yes, I would have gotten more than $500. So I don't honestly don't remember. The time go, maybe in 2026 now, Junior.
Yeah, I know. I know the
We
break.
we in 2026 now, but I clearly remember what I would have received was more than $500 because they would have deducted the sales of the tickets. So they would have called and asked how much tickets you sold. And based on the amount of tickets you sold, they deducted that monies from it and then they gave you the balance. So I placed third, as I said. So I would have received much more than $500 after the ticket money was taken out.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So, and let me just say that we did not conduct this show in a vacuum in terms of not hearing from the other side.
Sure.
I personally reached out to Mr. Bain a few times to try to get understanding. I get a hold of him, and I also say I spoke to Lion today, and I'll tell you a little bit what the promoter told me, which we're going to talk about. Right. So, do you know if the first, second, and third place was paid? Was that shared? Do you have any information?
You mean from 2025?
2025, yes.
What I know, the winner hasn't been paid yet. I know a few artists has been paid. I know the guest artist has been paid. I know of only two of the guest artists that was paid. I know Ajamo was. I think Ajamo was paid, and Inspector was paid, and I think on Saturday we had a meeting on Saturday. And I think Lion mentioned that Mr. Legs also got paid, and Kwaku. In terms of the other artists, no. So which means the king himself hasn't been paid either. That's Hercules, yes.
Right. So first and third place was not
paid.
So
Okay.
some artists, at the end and the conclusion of this, some artists was paid, some artists was not paid.
Was not
When you
paid.
spoke to the promoter, did he give you any assurance as to why
No.
some was paid? What was the
No.
rationale?
No, there was there was no communication with that. There was no communication. The only communication we had, as I said, was a couple days after the show when we had a Zoom meeting stating that the prize, the appearance fee would be cut, and only the artists coming from Grenada, that would have been Super Flying Flint and Superstar, would have been the ones to and Island Daddy would have been the ones to receive the $1,500 appearance fee because they came from Grenada.
Right. And I've also heard that some of the artists that came in from Grenada actually paid their own fare to
Wow.
come up,
Wow.
right? And I also learned that a lot of these artists, they pay their own fare, and that was a guarantee that they would have gotten that money back. At least some of them paid in excess of $750 or whatever it
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
from there, and they was not compensated. So in conversation with Lion after the event, was he trying to communicate with Mr. Bain? Was he trying to bring this thing to some kind of resolution
So
situation?
I reached out to Lion in November as well because I literally tried to forget it. I was annoyed, and I'm still annoyed. But I pushed it in the back of my head. But November, I was on vacation and I reached out to Lion and I said, hey, you know, I'm looking to go home and I need that money. So, I my dad passed and I want to get my dad's tombstone. I would like that money. And he said, I know he's been trying to communicate with Mr. Bain and he's giving him the runaround. So he gave me Mr. Bain's number. And in November, that day when I spoke to Lion, that was when I started reaching out to Mr. Bain, and he never answered the phone. So I sent him a couple voice messages, and I also sent him, a couple text messages, and there was no response. Not until sometime in December when he sent me a text and said that he's very busy now. Any correspondence, I should correspond with Lion. So I said, I have already done that. And I said, pay me my money. It's long overdue. I said, it is disrespectful. And he said, he's going to reach out to Lion and have Lion, you know, communicate with me. And I said, I'm still waiting. And there was nothing after that.
So the
So the
break,
only,
so the breakdown here was you started to reach out to him personally now for your money.
yes, of course.
Yeah,
Work already. I done reach on stage. I still gotta pay my studio man.
yeah, right. What was Lion response? What was Lion response, and what was Lion trying to do after he found out that Mr.
So
Bain don't want to meet his obligation?
when I spoke to Lion, Lion did sound frustrated. I'll be very honest with you. He did sound very frustrated, and he said, man, I'm tired of this man because I keep calling him. Every time I call, sometimes he answers, sometimes he doesn't. And, he said, certain things been happening. I said, I understand, but it's not my business because I want my money. I understand. I understand things happen. And I said that to him. I said, I understand all of that. But at the end of the day, I still want my money, and the other artists need to be paid just the same. It's not just me. Everybody needs to be paid. And he said, yes, but I understand, but I have a lot dealing with. And he also said, and he said it in the meeting that we had on Saturday, this Saturday gone, January 10th, he said that a lot of things that he was not prepared to do, or a lot of things that he had to end up spending monies on in terms of the program, bringing in the artists and the lighting and production and all of that. These were not things that he had planned on doing. So he ended up having to spend extra monies to cover that. I understand that, but without us, you didn't have a show. So then where is our monies? I understand all of that.
Right.
I do. But at the end of the day, without the calypsonians, you didn't have a show. So you're telling me that all of these things were better to take care of than paying the artists who made your show.
Right. We had Superstar on there saying that she got a portion of her money. She had to call many times, left him messages saying that she had an emergency. So he became, as someone said, he became like a ring around roses
Bring
for,
around roses, yeah.
for the funds, right?
Yeah.
So I did get a chance to speak to Lyle. Let me update everyone
Mm-hmm.
watching right
Mm-hmm.
now. You're watching Right Along Live, and we're speaking about the Calypso, the Independence Calypso competition that's usually held in New York. Now, it suffices to note that the Independence Calypso competition is not associated with any of the, not, when I say associated, is not basically an event of the Spice Mass Corporation held in New York. It's independent, as I would say. Lion and his team didn't really have to take the responsibility of bringing this Calypso competition here. And I understand Lion being a lover of the music, and a hardcore, diehard supporter of Calypso. He took it upon himself to put it together. But what happened was there was a promise, as Lion being the main promoter of this, there was a promise that these monies would be doubled and paid to the artiste in the sum in the tune of some $5,000 for the first place and trickle down to 2,000, 3,000, and 2,000, somewhere around that range. And then every performer, as a appearance fee, will get over $500. I played for you
Yeah.
earlier. I want to play for you guys again. That was a promise made. Check it out. Listen it again.
So I want to say thank you, everyone. All right, good night. Good night to everyone. My name is Michael Lane. I always like to stay behind the team, but unfortunately, I'm out there right now. So we have a special tonight. This is on me, that everything I'm involved in is always 100% success. I know that most of you guys don't know me. I've been here for a very long time. I'm a very successful businessman, and I keep on doing exactly what I'm doing. This is my first time attending a creator calypso competition. We have a special announcement to make tonight. Ladies, on the pool table, we have a special announcement tonight. In the year 2025, if every single calypsonian sign up to take part in the show next year, we are going to increase the price, every single price, from the top of finish by 100%. Sorry. By 150%. If one person who take part in 2024 stay off, then we're going to go back to 100%. So which means that in 2025, I'm going to make sure that this happens, that we're going to increase the prices from the first to the last price by 100%. So whatever you guys get tonight, expect it in 2025, it's going to be double. And you guys have my back, it is going to happen. Thank you, Quaco. Thank you.
Right. So again, the promise there was that if the artists perform as they did in 2025 for the 2024 for the 50th anniversary, they come back in competition, they will. What was kind of funny to note there that he said, but if one person don't participate, it will drop down. So
It's going to go back. Exactly.
go back. But the artists came out because everybody won.
More people entered the competition.
Right. We see Williams. I know that is the winner, Hercules' wife. They're saying that no, it was $6,000. That was
So you see, there it is. So there you go.
for the first place. So the first place, as we saw here, was not paid. There's some talk that the second place got paid, and then some of the performers from Grenada was not paid. Superfly and Flint who also competed in competition. He was not paid. Island Daddy, who also came in from New York to perform, he was paid. But selectively, we had a Jamo, who was the guest appearance, and a few of the other guest appearance, they were paid. So it was selective as to who got paid and who did not get paid. But as we stand right now, you, of course, was not paid. You didn't get anything whatsoever?
So what I have was the tickets that I sold.
Right.
So I sold 7 or 8 tickets. So that monies, I have that money. But in terms of the remainder, because that would have been deducted from what I'm supposed to get. So that I have from the ticket sales, because it's a precedent that was started from the year before. Whatever tickets you sold, that money would have been deducted. If you brought in the money, fine. But if you didn't bring the money, that money would have been deducted from your prize monies.
Right. I want to talk about the recent meeting because also after we get to that part, I want to express what Lion told me today after I spoke to him on that. When you guys met yesterday, Saturday, or whenever you guys met, what was the promise? What was the change, and what was explained to you guys as to what?
So we were told that he said he had a conversation with Mr. Bain Saturday morning, and he asked him if he is in a position to pay any of the artists right now. And he said that Mr. Bain told him no. He's not in a position to pay anybody right now. So he claimed that he had a conversation with his wife, and they decided that they were going to take up the mantle to pay the artists between now, and I'm taking it meaning from Saturday until end of March. So he said between now and the end of March, he's going to make sure that all the artists are paid.
Right. Okay. We have joining us on camera as well another participant in competition. Her name is Miss Gloria. Miss Gloria, let me get the name.
Jones.
Jones. Miss Gloria Jones, how are you doing? Welcome to the ride. Gloria, could you hear me? Gloria seems like she is not able. Gloria, are you hearing me? Hi, Gloria. We're not hearing you. Your audio is not enabled. So enable your audio and we'll bring you back in. Right. How much was the total amount of participants in that particular show?
Oi, oi. Hmm. It was 13 or 15 of us. Boy, you're sending me far back.
Yeah.
Last said it was 10, so I will say it was about 15 of us this year.
Right.
13, 15, yeah, it's about 15 artists this year. It was quite a bit.
Last year.
Plus the three guest artists, a Jamu, Inspector, and Innocent.
Right, right. I'm also seeing on the chat right now, I think Elwin, Mr. Mark.
Elo, so that's Elo. Mm-hmm.
So Elo also performed.
Elo. Yes, Elo.
Elo
Yes.
was not paid either.
No. Elo, Hercules, Muscles, Derek Latouche, Superstar got part of her money. Myself, TG, we haven't been paid. Frost, haven't been paid. Island Daddy, Super Flying Flint. Yes.
Right. Okay. We're also joined by Miss Williams joining us on the live. Miss Williams, could you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're hearing you just fine as well. So Miss Williams, you're the wife of the winner. What happened from your perspective? What you gathered?
So it was actually the same thing as Pet said. We had a meeting a couple of days after the competition, about a week or so after the competition, where the artists were asked if to take a deduction. The first prize was going to be reduced by 1,000. The artists only from Grenada will be getting the full appearance fee, which would have been 1,500.
Mhm.
The New York based artists would be getting 1,300. The artists did agree for that, and they were told we will be paid in 2 weeks. So let's round that to approximately the middle of January, because the competition was January 19th.
19th.
After that, there was absolutely no more communication.
And who you was
On
communicating with? Who were you speaking with, Chanel?
that was Lion. So Lion did a group call. There's a chat, and Lion did that call was through there, initiated by Royden, who was the manager for the show. The production manager, or however you want to call him, he was the one who initiated that call
Right, right.
that day.
So Lion basically said that, accept the reduction, which most of the artists did. Okay, we accepted the
Yes,
reduction. But still, even after the
nothing.
reduction was negotiated, no, still didn't get paid.
No one, no communication, no one got paid, nothing. There were a couple messages where artists are asking what's going on, what's going to happen. Mute. Absolutely nothing was said until the 10th. For the 10th, I was unable to join the meeting because it was stated only the artists, which I respected. And I let Hercules join the meeting himself. And as Pet told you, what was the outcome of that meeting from January 10th? So approximately 1 year with communication.
So Hercules, who had an amazing performance that night, I was able to see a part of the performance. I thought someone said Hercules was paid. So
No,
was it
he was
rumor
not.
like some artists like, oh,
They assume he was paid because he's very quiet in the group chat. So they went with the assumption that he was paid. He was never paid. I spoke with Mr. Bain at a funeral sometime in maybe May or June, and we had it. And he personally said It was not his show. They just put him on the flyer. He had nothing to do with this. And he went on. I was like, we could take you to court because on the flyer, it's Rampoon Radio and Flatlands Pack and
I
Ship
can see.
presents New York based Calypso competition. He
So,
actually
so, so
said
you're
it
saying,
wasn't him.
Chanel, you're saying that Mr. Bain said that he had
That
nothing
was,
to do with the show?
yep. He said they just put him on the flyer.
Interesting
That
stuff.
was his exact words to me.
Wow.
Interesting stuff.
Very interesting stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I spoke to Lion today,
Hmm.
and I appreciate Lion for communicating because I mean I call Lion about this because this has been circulating through my airwave for the whole year. Sporadically, artists would call me and they told me that I need to negotiate on their behalf or I need to put this on right along. But I mean single handedly, I didn't know. Someone have to come forward because
Got
you
it.
have it first handed. And I spoke to Lion today, and basically what he said was that the main promoter of the event decided that he would pull out, right? And his obligation that he know that he's his responsibility to pay the artists, and he had a meeting telling you guys that he would live up to that responsibility, and he in fact would pay the artists. Was that communicated to you, Chanel?
I heard that, yes. So after that meeting, I did speak with Hercules, and this is what he communicated with. I also spoke with Pet as well, and it was the same thing communicated as from Lion. But after that, I don't know. I honestly don't believe that is going to happen because we heard that story before.
Right, right. But where I'm confused again is that we have a video here. I played the video twice already at the beginning of the
Hmm.
program and sometime.
Okay, play it again. Play it again, Junior.
Yeah.
Play it again. Yeah, play it again. For
Mr.
those in the back,
But I try to understand. I try to
play it again.
understand because
Yeah, play it
this
again.
was a promise that was made here.
Yes.
Good night to everyone. My name is Michael Lane. I always like to say behind the team, but unfortunately, I'm out there right now. So we have a special tonight. This is on me that everything I'm involved in is always 100% success. I know that most of you guys don't know me. I've been here for a very long time. I'm a very successful businessman, and I keep on doing exactly what I'm doing. This is my first time attending. I created a calypso competition. We have a special announcement to make tonight. Lady, on the pool table, we have a special announcement tonight. In the year 2025, if every single calypsonian sign up to take part in the show next year, we are going to increase the price, every single price, from the top of finish by 100%. Sorry. By 150%. If one person who take part in 2024 stay off, then we're going to go back to 100%. So which means that in 2025, I'm going to make sure that this happens, that we're going to increase the prices from the first to the last price by 100%. So whatever you guys get tonight, expect it in 2025, it's going to be double. And you guys have my back, it is going to happen.
Right. So we saw this again, and I don't think I need to play it again. I think it's very clear that it's not like Mr. Bean was just put on the fly. It seems like he made the promise.
Exactly.
He made a promise,
He made, and it still didn't keep up because in
and he didn't.
2024, first price was 5,000. So technically 2025 should have been 10, but it was 6.
It was
Then they
6.
asked for it to drop to 5 due to the outcome of the show. And still we didn't get 5.
You still didn't get, yeah,
We got 0.
0. But the whole thing about it is, if you're going to put on a show, you need to have artist monies in hand, no?
Right.
To
Yeah.
pay them at the end of the show. Because last year, 2024, we were paid the same week. We were paid
Thursday.
the Thursday after the show. The show was
Mhm.
held the Sunday, and by the
Sunday.
Thursday, we were paid.
Hmm.
This video that you just played, that was at the prize giving ceremony of 2024.
Mhm.
I see.
That was prize giving ceremony.
I see. I see. Well, okay. So I know that you guys are in limbo with the funds and not getting sure that you get paid or whatever the case is. But do you have any legal bearing? Like, for instance, there was no contract, there was no agreement. You guys fell for a word of mouth scenario. What's the next course of action if Mr.
Actually,
Bain or
there
Lyons?
is,
Okay,
because in the group chat, there is a text with the prices, like the outline of what the price would be. First price will be this, and also a text again when they were asking for the deduction. They stipulated what the deduction will be. So, Pet, if you go back into that group chat, I
I
guess we
think I
need to save that
accidentally,
now.
I think I accidentally deleted it because I was trying to make space on my
Yeah, there
phone.
is that text there where they
Okay,
sent it
okay.
asking the terms
Yeah.
of it.
The
So that
terms
would
bit,
be the
okay.
only
The
legal
only legal, yes, the only legal
binding
document that
thing
can
that you would
binding thing.
have.
And the video, and that's the audio, that's video,
Yeah, stating
that's
this.
the man
And
putting
we
his
have the
mouth.
flyer of the
We have the
competition. It
flyer
was
of
the
the
actual
competition.
competition.
It was an actual competition.
Right. Guys, again, I like to get all sides of the story. I
Of
did make
course, and you
several
should.
attempts to reach Mr. Bain. I called him a few times, and I'm still open to hear his side of the story. If he's watching at any point in time,
Hmm.
or if Lion or anyone want to get some clarification here, please give us a call. The number that you could call 718-701-5720. You could call on the direct phone line. Let's chit chat about it. But this just seems as if it was not properly put together. Because here's my thought, right? Um, Lion at the end of the day, as dedicated as he is, as hardworking and as a love a patriot for the culture as he is, I think that he should have put things in place to ensure that this don't happen. He should have probably get that money in hand
Right.
before the competition, right? Because at the
And
end of the
yeah,
day, we would have never had
Yeah.
this conversation if
I've
he's
never had this conversation. But
exactly.
I'll stop you there, Junior. You know, initially when we had that meeting days after the show, they said we have to, we're going to cut the prize monies because of the attendance. Okay. I said, no problem. And I even said, okay, I'm ready for next year. I understand that. That
Yes, that
part
was
I
your exact
understood.
words.
I said, no problem. I'm in for next year. Just tell me when I'm ready for next year. I'm a Kaiso lover. I live for Calypso. I live for the stage. I live for the art form. But there was no communication after that. There was no communication. Now, had anybody reached out to us, whether it was Mr. Michael Bain, whether it was George Lyon Bartholomew, or Mr. Royden Bihari, if any one of them would have reached out to us in the chat and say, hey guys, I know at some point Royden did put in a message stating, thanks for being patient, but then that was a one off. But
right,
neither Mr. Bain nor Lyon, during that time within January to up until January 10th, which was Saturday, nobody communicated with us. Had they communicated with us
right,
and say, hey guys, we know that you guys have been patient waiting on us. Give us some time. We are trying to work things out. But they did not. And the fact that they did not reach out to us from since that meeting that we had, apart from the communication we would have had with Rydon would have put a text message in the group chat at one point in time. There was nothing. So at this stage, I want my money. Give me what you promised me.
right. On the line right
Want
now,
what was promised, and not just me. The
right.
other artists need to be paid just the same.
On the line right now, I believe we have the promoter on the line. Mr. Bartholomew, are you there with us?
Yo,
Hey, Lion, how you doing?
good. How you doing? Happy New Year, Junior.
Happy New Year. Lion, how you doing, my friend?
Hey,
Help us
I wish I
understand
could
this.
have been
Help
talking
us
to you.
understand and
I wish
clarify
I
the
could have been
situation
talking to
here.
you under better circumstances.
Yes.
All right. So, listen, to make a long story real short, a promise was made, it was not kept. And when it comes to communication, I will tell you one thing. The artists and who all involved could tell you since before the show, we put a structure in place where the manager for the show, which was Rydon and his team, they would do all correspondence towards with me Mr. Bain and the calypsonians. So even before the show, Roydan was putting everything out. So we didn't want it where I would say something and something different. He said that's since before the show, and we had meetings. Everything that was asked, Junior, everything before the show, everything that the calypsonian asked for, we made sure that it was done. Right. All right. After, mind you, we are going on. Like, you played something over and over. You're going on that, and I incur a lot of costs because of certain things, and I don't want to go over all that because at the end of the day, some of the calypsonians were not paid, and that's where we are right now. Every service provider, the food, everything, the building, everything was paid. Some calypsonians wasn't paid.
Right.
So when you're saying there was no communication because we was reaching out and we wasn't getting answers. So we couldn't come back and say the same thing over and over and over. Oh, we had to wait. We didn't hear back from this one. We didn't hear back. So you're just a process. So Roydan will take up and he'll put something in the please be patient with us. We are working on it. And, he has said that a couple of times. So, something else, I was home Saturday morning and I was about to leave. It was raining. And we was leaving the house, and I called Mr. Bain, straight up, and I said, "Will you be able?" Direct question: will you be able to pay any one of the calypsonians anytime soon? And he said to me, "No, he won't be able because of what?" So I didn't wait to hear what situation. I just said, "Okay, no problem. We'll get back to you." Same time, my wife was right there. And she said, "Listen, we had to take care of these people. We had to do what we had to do and take care of these people." One time I sent a message to Roydan. I say, put a message in the chat that we'll have a meeting later on this evening, whether it's 4 or 5 o'clock. That was Saturday. I sent a message to him about 9, 10 o'clock Saturday morning, wherever. So I can't remember if he did, but I ended up going and put the message in the chat as well. We had a meeting. And we had a meeting, and I showed them, I said, "Listen, whatever happened. Promise was made, promise wasn't kept, and I'm not going to dwell on that. At the end of the day, my name is on the flyer, Rampoon Radio is there. I am going to guarantee you guys that between then and the end of March, everybody will be paid. I didn't say, and I told them, I said, I'm not going to pay everybody one time, but I'm going to make sure I do the process, and by the end of March, everybody will receive the money." And Julia, let me tell you, I'll tell you one thing and thing. I am not upset at anybody. I am not watching anybody sideways. People work and they had to get the money. It's just that you are put in a situation where you cannot answer when people ask you because who you are reaching out to is not giving you. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Sorry that it had to reach where is that right now, but here is where we are, and that's what I assured them. And I didn't say somebody will pay them. I told them I am going to pay them. That's what I said on Saturday, and that's what it's going to be.
Right. Okay, Lion, I have a few questions for you, right? And I appreciate you calling in to clear the air on this situation right here. Mr. Bain told Chanel that he was not, his name was just put on the flyer, they took him there, whatever she put it there. So clarify that for us. Help us understand that. Chanel
put that in one chat. Just before Christmas, she put it in the chat. So what I did, I copied the message and I sent it to him. I was like, "Yo, did you say that? I mean, this is what is being said. Did you say that?" And he said no. And even today, he called me and I said, "Yo, this is what is being said. You say you're not part of this." And he said, he didn't say that. So I can't, they see the back and forth of who say. Julia, I am at a stage right now where bacchanal, confusion, melee, I don't business with that. Right. People have to get the money. I will make sure they get the money. Who say it? This is a learning experience. and they say sometimes you have to pay to learn. And I've already spent over $18,460 I've already spent on that show. When it comes to paying the service providers and bringing in the guest artists and paying for place to stay, I have already spent $18,640 or $460, something like that.
Right.
Already. Right?
Yeah.
And as it is, I had to come up with another $15,000 or $16,000 to make sure everybody get paid, and I would do it.
Right. But Lion, what kind of arrangement you had with Mr. Bain? Was it just a word of mouth? Yeah, man, don't worry, I'll get the money.
Junior, you see the video that you played, Junior?
Yeah.
We were all in the prize giving, and that announcement was made. I was not told about it before. That was just said then. There was nothing like...
Yeah, but I understand that is one thing for somebody to get on a microphone to say something in a line. It's another thing for somebody to have a binding contract, because at the end of the day, right?
Well, we didn't write anything because I think your word should be your bond. You know what I mean? So if you say that and you ain't tell me in private, you say it in public. You know what I mean? So I don't think, but things happen, and sometimes he may have end up in a situation where you're not able to do it. You know what I mean? So things happen, and I'm not. If something happened, you come and say something happened, and it's your business. You know what I mean? But I don't want to dwell and listen. He said he was going to do it. He's not able to do it, maybe because of circumstances, and now I would have to bear the brunt. I have to make a little sacrifice to do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Because these people made sacrifice. They go to Calypso, they record the Calypso. They come out in the snow. They did so. They made the sacrifice, so I got to make a sacrifice too. So they say it has cost, it has paid to learn. So it's just a lesson, It just will cost me a few, maybe $15,000, $16,000, but it's okay.
Right. So Chanel, your claim has been disputed. They're saying that he didn't say what you said that he said. So I don't know.
No. You see, Julia, I have to understand. The back and forth. Chanel won't just make up a story. You understand what I'm saying? You just come and say, oh, he said, and a matter of fact, the incident of her meeting him at the funeral was told to me. But I wasn't told what was said or what wasn't said. Mm-hmm. All I heard was that Chanel spoke to them at a funeral. You know what I mean? So what was said was not said to me. It's only when Chanel said it last week or week before, sometime before Christmas, she said she texted it in the chat. And a matter of fact, I didn't even know it was Chanel that texted. I thought it was Hercules, but now I realizing was Chanel was the one that texted in the chat. So.
Right.
But now you're going to remove me from the chat, huh?
As it is,
better not,
Junior. As it is, Junior, I am for Grenada culture, right? And people make sacrifices for what they love. And I'm prepared to do it. I said I'm going to do it, I will do it. So who say and who promise and then promise, I don't. This junction now, I am over that.
Right.
I am over that right now. I just want to have it done and have it taken care of. Because at the end of the day, where will we go? How would we grow? How would we grow if we can't take care of our own?
Right.
You know what I mean? So when somebody come to me now and say, Lan, yo, I hear you doing something, but I want to sponsor. Unless you could give me, I didn't want a personal check, a bank check. That I show the money in the bank, don't come and talk to me about no foolishness. It's as simple as that.
Right.
That's where I'm at right now.
Right. So as you said, Mr. Bain is out. He's not. I can't reach him. I tried to reach him because I was trying to resolve this thing without even getting on it. But of course, the artist was upset, and we had to air this so that the world could understand. Is Mr. Bain is he thinking, or is he reconsidering his decision not to pay the artists? Is it something? Is there going to be a sea change with the situation here?
Junior, when I spoke to him Saturday, and he said he's not able to do it, and then I called him today to get a better understanding. And apparently he has some situations and he's not able to do it. So I don't want to hear, Listen, he's there, he could do it, he could do it. So the bottom line is that he has some situations and he's not able to do it. So,
Right.
no.
But joining us on the live right now, he's on the chat, is the reigning king, Hercules. Hercules, how are you doing? You there? Okay, Hercules. Hold on, Hercules, just put on a headphone.
Oh, Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules. Everybody on the live.
So I could jump off now, right?
Yeah, Lion, but hold on. Before you jump off, what kind of added reassurance, could you give us on the live here today? Because this is going to be whole for eternity.
My word.
Right. So the artists will get paid. The time frame you said by when and when?
End of March, everybody will be paid.
Right, end of March, everybody, including Hercules. And
but I don't know if I want to pay Hercules, because Hercules, once the money reaches in your hand, you just hand it over to Chanel. So normally you just give it to the daughter.
So pay Chanel.
Yes.
It's okay if you want pay her then.
Yes.
I'm the writer of the song, and when the writer don't get paid, it's problems.
Listen.
Yeah.
Full pay.
Chanel is the writer of the song, so because Chanel is the writer of the song, she's the one to receive the money.
Listen to me.
I'm all for that, Lion. I'm all for that.
Listen.
Pay the lady.
Yeah, go ahead, Hercules. Lion, stand line. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
It have Valentine's Day coming up.
All right.
You have all kind of holiday coming up. My wife need new clothes. America is a fashion place. She can't go with the same clothes all the time. Or they'll come up with the money quick, fast. But I just like to say that I personally was very disappointed. And one of the reasons why is that, number one, it was Grenada independence competition. Independence competition. It wasn't just not no ordinary competition in a hole somewhere in a basement somewhere. That was Grenada independence competition. Which I take it very seriously.
Hercules, hold on, Hercules. But you remember, is Grenada Independence Commission as per name, but that let me make this disclaimer. That had nothing to do with Independence Committee, with the embassy, with anything. It was totally a private event.
That I understand. But he was still in independence mode. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been in this competition since Timpo was in the competition.
Oh wow.
That time he had real big fella like Squeezy and Timpo and Free and all. I was, young in the game only. You know what I mean? But
listen, Hercules, see, disrespect. Listen, real quick. I had a meeting to start at 7:00, honestly. So I had to jump on the meeting.
Right.
I have a Zoom meeting to start at 7:00.
Okay.
All right. So and it's I don't want to start the meeting, and it's kind of late right now.
Okay, all right. So, Lion, we hold you at your word that the artists will get
Junior,
paid.
I mean, you could call me every day, Junior, to find out how many people get paid. You could call me every day. I have my number.
I ain't gonna call you every day, Lion.
Lion, communicate with us, please.
Communicate to the artists and sort it out.
Communicate with us.
I don't want to have to go through this and hot up my head. I wasn't even in competition. So, Lion,
you could not make this.
You never know. But Lion, thanks again for calling in and clarifying this, and we'll hold you at your word that the artists will get compensated for their hard work in competition. Thank you, Lion.
All right, no problem.
All right, yes. All right. Okay, so here we have it, guys. I think we kind of have in a better sense. Do you trust and believe Pet, Hercules, Chanel, that you guys will get the money? Because Lion said that he will do it too. Or do you believe that you feel that would happen now?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm trying to give Lion the benefit of the doubt. The fact that he put out in excess of $20,000, let's say at least $20,000 already for the show. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that he can reach that next target. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Because he's a family man. And I look at the way he deals with his family. So I'm hoping that he see us, the artists, also as family. So he's going to deal with us the way he would deal with his family that is right in his house. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Hello?
Right. Okay. All right. We are call on the line. Let me take this call real quick, and then we get to Chanel and Hercules. Caller, you live. Where you calling us from?
Yes, I'm calling from Brooklyn. This is Gloria. Try to get through on the video call, but I'm not getting through. Gloria Jones. I'm an artist that was on the show.
Right. Yes, Gloria. So you heard it here from Lion that the artists will get paid.
I didn't
Are you
hear
satisfied?
anything from anybody, and I haven't gotten a penny. I think it's really disrespectful that they haven't been saying anything to us. So when Ted told me about the coming on live this evening, I agreed. I said I would be there. She sent me a link to come live, but I'm not getting through, so I just decided to call.
Right. I appreciate that. But Lion was just on the program, and he commit himself to paying the monies. What I didn't clarify is it that the 1,500 that was initially agreed, or is it the 750 that was then cut in half? So I wasn't too sure where it would go. But he did say that he's committed to pay the artist by March. So hopefully that happens. Lion said it on the live because you could always go back. If March come on a little girl the money, right along tape would always be there, and the whole world is watching, right?
Okay.
So we could do a follow-up in March and ensure that everyone get their money. All right? All right, Gloria. So thanks again, Gloria, for chiming in. I appreciate you.
Okay, later.
Yeah. Hercules and Chanel, are you satisfied that, what you heard from Lion here today, that it would transpire, you guys would get your monies?
Yeah, well, I heard that. I mean, it sounds good. I ain't really want to make a calypso or nobody. You know what I mean? I could do it in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
You could do it in 5 minutes and you have Chanel write it for you?
I'm willing to sing background.
Well, Junior, calypso is always bacchanal. You know what I mean? You know that, right? Calypso is always have bacchanal in it from the time you know.
Yeah.
Like when you have a calypso show like this, it have to be, as you say, you have to be planned properly, and then the rules have to be across the board. No, I had a conversation with Lion one time, and he was telling me that he said, well, you have to pay the artists and them from Grenada to fly up here, and I understand, but remember, I take part in Calypso Commission many times in Grenada. You know what I mean? Now, if I leave here, think about it. If I leave Brooklyn to go to Grenada to, let's say, the independence competition down there, right? Remember something. I had to pay everything before I leave, before I go and sit down on a plane. I had to make sure the refrigerator have food. I had to make sure my daughter all right, my house all right, and everything. Now, if I come last, I make it. There is no payment of appearance fee. You understand what I say to you? So it always like that. Calypso is hardcore. You know what I mean? That's why to be a calypsonian is very hard. You know what I'm saying? So every calypsonian should have a second job because calypso will have no pension. They tell them from a long time.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say that sometimes it's difficult. You want to understand the whole process because this was a whole back and forth. I many times I ain't say nothing for a long time.
Right.
And people thought like I get paid and all kind of thing, but me, you know what I'm saying? I just go about my daily life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I hope, in the future, they learn something from this process. And then with that show that Paze, you when you check your budget, like before you have a show, you have to check your budget. So your show gonna cost at least $50,000. You have to have that money. You have to know the artists and them that you're bringing up. Your all them other artists that you're bringing up. You have to know the contract or how much money they charge, so you know where your budget is, just in case something like that happens. You know what I mean? Everybody can be on a show. Everybody cannot be there. As much as you love somebody, sometimes you have to leave them out. So as you say again, it's a learning lesson. I hope they learn from that.
Right. Okay.
And Junior,
all right.
You ride along, you come down to late these days. I don't know. Ride along, you come down to late. I had gonna sleep and get up and then come and where does be?
You
They
know,
want- they want-
if you don't mind me, Junior, I was thinking about African Teller. I was thinking about Bubbler. I was thinking about Tangler. I was thinking about Lady Beginner, because these artists are artists who paved the way for many of us. And when I sat down and I brainstormed and I had a conversation with my husband, I said it is unfair that I sit back and not say something on behalf of the artists, because they would have suffered worse than we are suffering now. Many of them would have traveled places and never performed and never got paid. And I think it's unfair that that precedent has to continue. Singing Sandra, all of these people.
Right,
I am prepared to keep going at it. So if I have to
right,
come back on Ride Along at the end of March, I will be coming back on
Yep.
behalf of all the artists
Even if, and also, I think it would be
right.
great if
Okay,
they
so
do
we will.
pay. We come back on and let the audience know that they did
that we
hold on
got
to their
paid.
bargain
That
and we got paid. It's no
yes,
issue coming and saying when they held up the bargain.
yes,
All right,
yes. Either
all
way,
right,
I'll be
guys. So
back.
this, right. So
Yes.
we'll get that information out there, one way or the other. Thank you guys for being a part of the program. I'm losing some battery life. Hearing me, but I'm losing battery life on my computer. So I have to give a dead stop here on the program. Chanel, Hercules, Pet, and everyone joining us here today. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna keep in touch, okay? And I'll follow up on
Thank you
Will
what.
do.
very much,
Thank you.
Junior. Thank you,
Thanks for this.
Junior. Thank you, Junior. Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
you.
no
Thank you.
problem. Let's take a quick
Right.
commercial break, and we'll be right back to wrap it up. We'll be right back.
Yeah, 9999. What boy? Yeah, what boy? What boy? The sun is hot, the breeze is slow. I need a ride. Where do I go? Ride go. Yeah, that's the name. Island roads will never feel the same. Tap the app, just one click. Hopping fast, it's real quick. Right, go. Where do you wanna go? To the beach, to the street, let the island flow. Right, go. The good vibe show, fastest growing ride, everybody know. Right, go. Where do you wanna go? To the beach, to the street, let the island flow. Right, go. Let the good vibe show, fastest growing ride, everybody know.
Where do you want to go?
The sun is hot, the breeze is low. I need a ride. Where do I go? Ride, go, yeah. That's the name. Island roads will never feel the same. Tap the app, just one click, hopping fast. It's real quick, right? Go where you wanna go, to the beach, to the street, let the island flow. Right, go, let the good vibes show. Fastest growing ride, everybody know.
Tuk Tuk now available on Ride Go. Book now.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Ride along live, worldwide. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people, we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, ride